So you know how everybody talks about if you buy a discounted deal, you can pull all your money back out. And I don't know about you when you started, but when I started, I was like, yeah, right. I'm sat in the audience going, you're a bunch of con men. You got some shiny suits on, and man, I'm not having this.
And these deals aren't around anymore.
Correct. Did you feel the same when you first heard about it?
Yeah, I thought that they're selling the dream slightly.
Right. Yes. So what happened in reality?
So I think it's about networking,
Right.
knowing your processes.
Yeah.
Through, we work off spreadsheets,
Yeah.
so kind of having a really detailed process, putting your calls in, knowing your people, and then finding the right deal.
Right. So it's quite, because it's quite processed. You're not a kind of dreamy kind of a person. You're very calm and organised and planned. And by the way, we work together. Do you want to maybe explain a little bit?
So I came into Susannah's business as a media assistant, marketing assistant. I was very part-time because I was still at university. And then I came back I kind of finished off my university, then came back into the business after travelling, and then I've been here full-time.
Yeah, for the last 2 years. Now, from the very beginning, we've had an agreement that Arthur will eventually develop up his own business, so going full-time, and then this year you started to go part-time, and sadly there's an end release of this summer, which I'm hoping very much to keep hold of at least a little bit of time. But at the same time as working full-time in my business, you also developed up your own portfolio. So tell us about this mythical you can get all your money back out palaver, which I've done too, but didn't believe when I first heard about it, when I first read books or went to property events.
Yeah, so I use the processes and systems that you teach, and I sourced a one-bedroom flat in Portsmouth for £60,000.
How much was it? Like,
so it was off.
It worth? How did you get it? Who was selling it? Why did they sell it to you?
You had to buy it with cash. Unfortunately, it was unmortgageable, which kind of pushes out a lot of buyers.
Yes. Why was it unmortgageable?
It had damp issues.
Okay. They can be solved.
Which is fine. And also the building, there wasn't a landlord present.
So was it missing freeholder?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, so I bought that with cash, and the lease was 999 years.
Okay,
so it's a long lease. Bought it for £60,000. I did a kind of 20 grand refurb, and it was valued at 125.
Great.
So I was able to pull out 87 grand.
How were you able to mortgage it afterwards if you couldn't buy it with a mortgage in the first place?
So I sorted out the damp issues.
Yep.
The freehold, we managed to track down the freeholder.
Of course.
It took time. I had a lot of money invested in it for about 9 months because I had to find the freeholder. Luckily, he then sold it to a business, which is the management company, which I then have shares in.
Got you.
So
did you force that sale?
No.
Okay.
It was just agreement. They didn't really know what they were doing.
Yeah.
They sold both the flats. He converted the building, and he sold the 2 flats in the building.
Got you. So you did some detective work, solved the 2 problems, the damp and the freeholder, and then got it revalued at what?
125.
So bought for 60, renovated for 20, revalued at 125. That's a RICS valuation.
Yeah.
How many months later after purchase?
10 to 11.
There you go. And was market forces in play or not really?
Probably a little bit, but no, I did add the value.
Yes. And bought it discounted. So what would you say to people who, like you and I, when we first started, were like, nah, you're telling us a story, mate, that doesn't happen?
What I would say is, you have to be tenacious, you have to be constantly calling your agents, establishing relationships, and just kind of working the systems that you teach.
Great. Which is in deal sourcing, isn't it? Yeah. Yes. Anything else? Jobs are good. I would actually say what Arthur exhibits, I mean, we've worked together for years, he's very calm, very measured, quite the diametric opposite of myself. I'm like, row, let's go! But there's a really great book, I think she's called Angela Duckworth, a really great book called Grit, and you can actually measure your grit test online. So if you just look up the grit test, Angela Duckworth, and see what tenacity and what grit you're currently scoring at, that's probably a good indicator of success. I was 4.7, by the way. What were you? Did you do yours?
No, I've never done
right.
it. We'll
Let's
have to
get
do
it.
Yeah.
Yes, 4.7. See if you can beat me. Hey, I hope you're really enjoying the vids and they're proving to be super useful for you. Right, I got a load of free checklists for you guys. Just click on the link here, pop over to the website and download them now.